Hey, what is up, you guys? How's everybody doing today? And I thought it'd actually be a really good idea to tell you guys like what I actually have in plan for this car, and what I'm shooting for in January, and what I'm overshooting for, what I'm undershooting for, and what exactly I want done by what set certain time. So by no shape or form am I shooting for any like car events in January, or am I shooting for anything to get done. I'm just like actually shooting for, really, I want the back end and primer by that time. So I want to be able to focus mainly on the front because I have a pretty good shape to it, but the point being is that I want the front to obviously look better than the back, and I think I have the back looking pretty good. But the whole point being was I found where I should actually make the contour extend to on the back end, which what I was so like confused about for a decent amount of time. But either way, since it's all going to be sprayed and all covered anyways, it doesn't really matter. So I could just extend it the whole way, or I could leave it as it is if it's just smooth. So majority of this is already pretty well smooth, and it's actually really interesting because these patches don't really matter. Same thing with the white spot up here, as long as it feels smooth, because primer is going to do a hell of a lot on this car. So, and I know I'm going to have a lot to sand and primer anyways, but either way, I really like how the contour is coming out because I've just been hand sanding the ass end for like, I don't know, a week, and this is pretty much what I'm left with. So it doesn't look bad at all, but the only thing I have left is maybe the back end on this side, to actually morph it in and then actually match the contour on the bottom end to the other side. But other than that, I just wanted to spend some time to the front and actually like get a good idea to what I'm going to be doing next week. So I've just been, I don't know, playing with the actual contour of the wheel wells. So it's still a little bit cracked under here, but I still have to put some body filler on there, no big deal. But point being is that I want to be able to actually find this contour edge, match it the whole way down, and go in with the headlights. So that's exactly what I've been doing. And just even getting that hand smooth, you see how this is so much smoother than in comparison to down here. So as long as I keep this smoothing out, this is going to naturally work itself down, and then I'm just going to keep going with this side, and then keep going the whole way over to there. But by that point, I'll be able to get this pretty much well smoothed out down to over maybe midpoint, and then over to the other side. But I don't know if I'm going to 110% do that today. Just point being is that I need to put another coat, like maybe right here, to actually fill that little edge out. But I want it to be able to match and find this contour edge so I can start doing the other side, because I still have a little bit of a, I don't know, gap you would say right here, because I wanted to actually build this out with fiberglass, but then I changed my mind last second, so that's why this side looks like this. But either way, I can hand sand that down, so I'm not worried about it, because this side's built out more than this side. So as long as I figure out this edge and this contour, I can make the other side, so no big deal. Don't want to spend too long on it because it really doesn't need it. I just wanted like a basic shape to it. And now that little like fiberglass piece that was actually under the wheel well right there, now that it's off, I can actually match the other side to it, so it's all cool. But I'm gonna start doing the back side. On some Facebook forum the other day that it took some guy, I guess, 2 hours, better part of 2 hours, to get these off on his stock seat. And I didn't comment anything, but I was just looking at the comments to see what they would say, and they absolutely tore him to shreds. And I mean, who takes the better part of 2 hours to do that? But I mean, he was taking off his skid plate and other shit, and I'm just like, you are so beyond help. I don't think people are even gonna reach out to you. And the comment, he was like defending himself, saying he was a seasoned mechanic, and like, man, I don't think anybody that, but it doesn't even look bad now, but I do have to sand that out. And it doesn't even feel bad as it is. I just don't want that little egg right there, but it will sand out. But forgot to show you guys this side. It actually turned out really, really nice from a while ago. And I didn't mention, but I actually drew up schematics last night for a diffuser that looks like really, really good in my opinion. It's exactly how I would want a diffuser to look for this car. So I'm gonna try to actually end up making it, and I'm definitely gonna record that. But I think it's gonna turn out really, really sick. And it actually wasn't really that hard to draw up or anything either, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna look pretty cool. So I didn't show me putting on new mud because I figured, you know, you can only show putting on and taking off mud so many times before it gets boring. But anyways, I got this actual hole that was up in here filled out, so this is gonna come to a complete smooth edge when I'm done with it. Same thing with the top line. And I didn't show you guys, but I actually did extend the sanding a little bit over, so I was able to get this majority down. And same thing with this. And I do have to cover this little inconsistency, but what I was thinking was when I actually sand this down, I'll be able to get the contour of this down with it, so I could just shave like this whole panel at the same time without really having to worry about it, and then I can just blend it up into here. And I took care of the inside of the wheel well as well, so there isn't that little like pointy jabbing piece like right here. It actually came out like that much, and that's what I was trying to explain to you guys before. But I think I'm gonna call it quits here pretty soon, but it's been looking pretty good here past day or two. Oh yeah, it's big wood. And basically what I was excited about was the actual gas cap that I'm starting to make for it. And it turns out that I am gonna do the engraving like I said I was, but it turns out that this did not stay when me and my girlfriend actually drew it on the gas cap. So we're just gonna engrave it first rather than actually draw it with the koi fish. But this is how it actually would look. So I'm really, really, really stoked about that. And so what I was getting with the gas cap was that I actually want people to be able to look at it and be able to see that it's etched in instead of like touch it. And you know, I don't really want people touching the car, but if somebody was to touch the car, I want the whole thing to be able to be smooth, like, you know what I mean? So nobody would even have to worry about any like edging or missed conformities or whatever would have you, but that's smooth. But just stuff like that, etc., etc. But I'm just excited with how that actual end turned out, and I think the gas cap's gonna look really sick when it's etched and actually installed. But it's just gonna be weird to imagine going up to a gas station and then you look at somebody's gas cap and then it's actually an etched koi fish that's like in negative space. I think that idea would be really awesome. But like I said, I'll probably be back pretty soon with the diffuser made for this, but I'm probably gonna record that. But I don't know, it might be some late night that I decide to make that, but I don't know. Kia's been turning out pretty good too. We actually have the corner shaped out pretty nice. I don't know if I'll be able to see it from here. And it was actually mangled in the back. A lot of the unstud pulled it out, and now we're just doing the bodywork on it. So it's as simple as that. But I think I'm gonna do the diffuser probably here in a couple days because I'm not gonna let that mock-up sit for a while. But I am really excited to make it.